Hey there, wrestling gurus. It's your host with the most, Team Rai, and we are gonna do our review on Fast Lanes. I know you're gonna say, wrestling gurus, it's late. Well, it's better late than never, my viewers. Okay, my friend, introduce yourself, plug your stuff, and all that great stuff, my friend. Take it away.
Hello, everybody. This is your boy Justin. My Twitter is at jrob4live, and that'll be the number four, not the word four. And you know, my Twitter will be plugged in at the link below of this video.
Yeah,
So yeah,
all his links will be down below, so check him out. He's a cool dude. Okay, now the first thing is the pre-show. Um, it was the Miz. Has Miz TV, and his special guest was Paul Heyman. Overall, it was a very awesome segment. They discuss about the match between Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns later on the night. So, what's your thoughts on this awesome segment, my friend?
I believe whenever you have Paul Heyman in the segment, it's gonna be gold, which it was good. I he kind of stole the show away from the Miz and all that stuff, but yeah, it was a good segment, and I really enjoyed it. And I wish Brock Lesnar was there
Yeah, that would
to,
that would be even sweeter.
yeah, maybe Brock Lesnar give the Miz a F5.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. But I really wish they give Paul Heyman more airtime than 30 minutes. But whatever. But it was kind of neat on the pre-show. I mean, I missed it live, but I saw the recap during the pay-per-view. But it was a decent thing to get ready for you for Fast Lanes. Now, the first match of the night was, it was not an actual card because they just added to it recently. It was, what was it? It was the Authorities, Seth Rollins, Mr. Moneybank, Kane, Big Show versus Dolph Ziggler, Ryback, and Eric Rowan. So, what's your thoughts on this match, my friend?
This match, I thought it was, pretty decent. I thought it was a pretty decent match. Of course, there was, back and forth, a lot of that. And then, of course, what the Authority do best, they find a way to find a loophole and try to get the victory. And then at the end, it was all chaos. They're jumping Rowan and Ryback. But right when I think Ryback was the last person that they were beating up, and then out of nowhere, Randy Orton comes out to make his return,
Yep.
trying to take out everybody. And he hit everybody with an RKO, I think,
Oh
besides
yeah.
Seth Rollins.
Yep. And then
Rollins just ran.
yeah, ran like a bitch like he is. Yeah, he ran.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ran like to the parking lot. Um, Randy Orton, RKO, JJ Security. He did everyone. Now this thing I don't understand about the WWE. And if they want to get over the new talent like Dolph, he's still a young guy. Eric Rowan and Ryback, they should won this match. But on the other hand, they let the Big Show and Kane and Mr. Money in the Bank, Seth Rollins win this match. That makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Yeah.
and why in the hell is the Big Show and Kane still on TV? Big Show should be off camera, help out the young guys, like doing NXT and Kane. He should do the same thing, but for some reason, WWE wants to use him on TV a lot, and that really pissed me off.
Yeah.
So, what's your thoughts on this whole Kane and Big Show storyline? I mean, not
Well,
storyline, but not use them. I mean, using them, but a little too much on TV.
I don't think, I think they're just trying to plug those guys in, just to have, a large attraction to look at. But yeah, I don't know why even the Big Show, like Big Show could have been away from this authority stuff and doing something more productive, and they could have potentially made another good match with Big Show and somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, without Randy Orton, um, to make a great markout moment, it'd be like that match would be totally boring. But I'm glad that Orton came back, and he's been out since November. So most likely he's gonna face Seth Rollins at the WrestleMania, but it's not really confirmed. Okay, next match, you go ahead and pick it. This is not really in the order of my viewer because we don't remember what was it in the order. So what was the next match you think?
I think the next match was whatchamacallit. I think it was another tag match. No, I think it was a tag team match. Oh yeah, the Usos versus Cesaro and Tyson Kidd.
Yeah, for the tag team belts. Frankly, it was a very good match, and I really enjoy it. And I'm really surprised that Tyson Kidd and Cesaro won the belts because the Usos they had it for a while, and most likely they will get the revenge match, rematch. Maybe at Rumble, not Rumble. I'm sorry, that was a mistake. Maybe at Mania or maybe at the next pay-per-view, Extreme Rules. So, did you enjoy this match?
Yes, I did. Of course, there's a lot of high flying, a lot of great wrestling moves, and all that stuff. Everything that you want in a good quality match is people executing it right, and those guys have great chemistry.
Yeah, I think they will get another match, maybe at Mania or Extreme Rules. We'll find out in the weeks to come. Okay, next match I want to discuss is Goldust versus his brother Stardust, or his real name is Cody Rhodes. The build up is pretty decent. The match fell flat. Um, we all know that Stardust did not have his original ring attire because it will be kind of weird have both guys with his leather outfits on, and plus Stardust don't have his official Stardust gear on. You know what I'm saying, my friend?
Yeah, I totally agree. The match was flat, and it didn't live up to
The hype,
those
huh?
certain expectations.
Yeah, and then Goldust just got easy roll up. Are you serious, W? A freaking roll up? You could do like his finishing move or whatever, and you can see in the backstage, this feud is not over from long shot. So most likely they're gonna have another match in Mania. Do you think it's gonna happen, or do you think they're just gonna continue the feud on Raw or at SmackDown? Do you think, or do you think it's gonna continue on Raw, SmackDown, and Mania? What do you think is gonna happen?
I think it'll end at WrestleMania, and then I think this time Dusty Rhodes is the special guest referee.
Oh, the dad?
Yeah,
That'd be kind of cool. And I think eventually Stardust will be no more Stardust, and you go back to Cody Rhodes. I think that's what WWE is focusing on. Go back to Cody Rhodes.
yeah, because the Stardust thing was a hot little thing for a couple minutes, but in time he kind of got outplayed.
Yes. This match is okay. I wish it was more. I wish it was a better finish than a freaking roll up. Next match. What was the next match? Um,
I think it was Nikki versus Paige.
yeah. It was okay match. Nikki retained her belt. I really thought Paige is gonna get her belt back, but It's not the case. Um, I think Nikki won cleanly, right? Or did she cheat to win?
She cheated because she pulled on Paige's tights.
Oh yeah, she did. Yes, yes, yes. Um, I think they'll have another match at Mania, but this time they will have more divas like they did last year. Maybe we'll have Ric Flair's daughter, Charlotte. Maybe we'll see the return of AJ Lee. I don't know because what's going on backstage with her and Punk. Like the whole the lawsuit. So I don't know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying, Justin?
Yeah, or there's this one little rumor that I haven't heard more of it, but there was a rumor that Ronda might be at WrestleMania competing.
Oh wow. I hopefully this time it would be like a elimination kind of thing for the divas for a Mania, not like a one pinfall submission like last year. Last year was a letdown, and plus what happened on Monday, we discussed that later in this podcast. Um, so what's the next match? I mean, well, sorry. What's your thoughts on this divas match? Do you like it or no?
It was I gotta say it's decent.
Yeah, I mean they could do way better, right?
Yeah, they could have done better, but it was decent.
Did you like the finish or the finish sucked?
The finish stunk.
Yeah, why are they gonna grab the tights? But it seemed like if you're a heel, you'll find out any kind of way to retain your damn belt, and that was the case. So what's the next match?
Um, Wade Barrett versus Dean Ambrose.
That was a very very I mean the build up was decent. I'm kind of disappointed that Dean Ambrose did not win the belt, but he did take the belt away from him. He stole the belt, but Wade Barrett is still the IC champion. Did you like this match or no? Huh?
What was that? I'm sorry.
Did you like this match?
Um, I liked it, but I wish they would have had more into it, and Dean Ambrose would have won.
Yeah. I forgot how did Bad Barrett won this match. Did he cheated?
I think he cheated, and then the referee didn't see it. But when Dean Ambrose did something, I guess he got caught by the ref, and he got disqualified.
Oh. I don't think this feud is over for a long shot. Most likely they're gonna have a rematch at WrestleMania, but we'll go into that later in the podcast. Um, what's the next match? I think it was the U.S. Championship match, right? John Cena.
Yeah, it was Cena versus Rusev.
And this was at first in the beginning it was very very slow pace. Then later on, like in the middle of it, it picked up. John Cena passed out. He did not tap out. He passed out. Russo is still undefeated. Plus, he's still United States champion. Now, this is stupid for WWE. Why in the hell you put the United States belt on the line against John Cena? It's very stupid. It should be a non-title match. And can you imagine, wrestling fans, if John Cena was the new U.S. champion? That'd be stupid because that's for a mid-card man. That's a mid-card belt, not no main eventer, you know? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that would make no sense.
Yeah. So, did you like this match, or do you think it was completely boring?
I liked the match, but I didn't like the way that it ended, though.
Yeah, I don't know why they gotta do like that, but I guarantee they're gonna have a rematch, probably at WrestleMania, and hopefully we have a stipulation, you know.
Yeah.
What's the next match?
It's Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan.
Yep, the main event. The winner gets a double. Sorry, I got a little tongue tied. The winner gets a WWE title shot at WrestleMania 31 against the champion Brock Lesnar. Now this match was very good. Roman Reigns won cleanly. He used a spear and it was over. I really thought, like a 4% chance, or you know what, maybe 20% chance that Daniel Bryan's gonna win, and they gotta go back to the main event status, and it'll be a triple threat match. But I don't think it's gonna happen. What's your thought on this match? Do you like it, or what, my friend?
I liked it. I thought it was a 5-star match.
Oh, you really thought it was? It was good. Do you think Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan will meet again in the future?
Yeah, Extreme Rules.
You think so?
Mhm.
Yes! Yes! No, I'm just kidding. But do you think that Daniel Bryan will get another title shot, or do you think not for a while?
Huh?
Do you think Daniel Bryan will get another title shot again?
I think it's gonna be a long time before that happens.
Okay, let's switch gears and discuss what happened on Raw. Okay, the first thing to open up Raw was Randy Orton, calling out the authorities, calling out Seth Rollins, and Stephanie McMahon had a meeting backstage. And go ahead, my friend, you take it away from here.
Yeah, there was a meeting backstage, and it was of course just to talk and everything like that about what transpired at the pay-per-view. And for many of you who were watching, seeing Randy Orton return at Fastlane and got his hands on some of the members of the Authority, and then he was about to get his hand on Seth Rollins, but Big Show pulled him away. So it got Seth Rollins out of a sticky situation.
Yep. And then, what you told me off the podcast, I guaranteed that they're going to find a way that Randy Orton is going to have a match with Seth Rollins at Mania, because he's going to knock out every member of the authorities before he gets to Mr. Moneybank, Seth Rollins,
Yeah.
So, another thing is, what happened on Raw, it was a Divas match. I forget who it was. And it was only a 30-minute match. Or, no, a 30-second match, right? Was it a 30-second match?
Yeah, it was 30 seconds.
And people on Twitter says, give Divas a chance. So what's your thoughts on that segment? Or the thing what's going on Twitter? What's your thoughts on that?
My thoughts about, give Divas a chance, hashtag. I think it's really good that people really want to see this division do good, because, the Divas division is just as important as the whole other roster, because, you got to be clicking on all cylinders. Either it's, the main eventers, the mid-carders, all the way down to the Divas. They're all the things that you need to do to make the show successful, and Divas are important in the business just as much as the superstars, if you look at it.
Yes, I totally agree. And then what Stephanie says on Twitter, that means we hear you. I guess she heard the wrestling fans. It's kind of sad that WWE doesn't give a fucking shit about the Divas division. They should get more airtime. If the guys could get more airtime on pay-per-views and Raw and SmackDown, then the women should do it too,
Yeah.
I mean, I know that they do it for NXT. NXT and the WWE is the same damn thing, WWE. So get your ass in gear. Fix the Divas division, like it used to be with Trish and Lita and etc. But whatever. Another thing is, Brock Lesnar was gonna be on Raw, but I guess he had a little incident backstage and he walked off. Did you hear about that?
Yes, yes, I have, and it's pretty crazy on
So
how that situation has went went about. But I honestly think that it was just a little heat of the moment, and when WrestleMania time comes around, things get pretty hectic. But I feel like everything will be better and stuff like that. It's just that one particular night. There's a lot of stress.
yes. Another thing is, they had another announcement for the 2015 Hall of Fame class, and that's the Bushwhackers. So, what's your thoughts on the Bushwhackers?
Honestly, I was like, what? Like, no disrespect or anything like that, but you know, I feel like probably the demolition should have been at that spot.
Yes.
Then the bushwhackers, probably you could possibly hold them off like for like two classes down the road, but not this one.
Yeah. Or they shouldn't have even been a Hall of Fame because I know they were entertainers, with the fans back in the early '90s. Maybe they won championships back in the back in the day, before they were Bushwhackers. But they had no freaking reason in the Hall of Fame. But that's just me. I was never a big fan of them when I was a kid. Hell no, but whatever. I am still gonna have fun at the Hall of Fame regardless. What else happened in Raw? Anything else happened in Raw?
Yeah, and just the main event was Roman and Daniel Bryan versus Seth and Randy Orton.
Yeah, I guess Randy Orton walked out, right?
No, he didn't. The match was good and stuff like that, but you know, Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan won, and then they walked off and laughed and everything, and Randy Orton I think knocked out the security people and looked like he was going to attack Seth Rollins, but he didn't attack him. He just got him up and brushed him off. So yeah.
What else? There's another thing I want to discuss about Raw, and I can't think of it off my top of my head. Um, oh yeah, we forgot to mention what happened at the pay-per-view. Fascinating about Sting and Triple H segment. That was very, very awesome. I loved it. Triple H came out with a sledgehammer with the biker gimmick, or like how he used to do, and he had bottled water, and it was calling out Sting. Sting came out. Sting didn't say a damn word. Of course, where the hell that bat came from? He didn't have it when he came down the aisle. Where did he get the bat from? Do you remember?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Maybe someone ringside gave it to him.
Yeah, probably.
And that was just awesome. I don't understand. Triple H is afraid of a freaking bat. Whatever, but it was cool. He put that bat against his throat. Then he pointed to the WWE WrestleMania 31 logo, and it just gave me chills. And I really thought they could make the announcement on Raw. No, they made it at Fastlane, so it's confirmed. Triple H Stinger at WrestleMania 31. That's gonna be freaking awesome,
Yeah.
So, I don't know how they're gonna build up because Stinger has a limited time to be on TV. The only time they're gonna be on TV again will be WrestleMania 31. So probably more mind games, Oh, another thing we forgot. Yeah, go ahead. What's your thoughts on this whole Triple H Stinger match? At Fastlane. I mean that whole segment. What's your thoughts on that?
I thought it was cool, but what would have been, it was good, but what would have made it great was if Sting said something.
Yeah. Another thing we forgot to mention, the whole Bray Wyatt thing. He came out with the Druids. He was in the coffin. He had an Undertaker theme. Did you thought it was Undertaker?
I was like, wow, will be one big heck of a surprise. But when I see that casket coming out, I say, oh no, it's not him. Because it was too small.
Yeah, I didn't realize how small it was, and it was great. His promo was good, and he challenged The Undertaker for WrestleMania 31, and Taker accepted. So, most likely, Taker is going to play mind games like Stinger did to Triple H, like on a big screen, and because Taker is not going to appear until WrestleMania 31, probably you know that already. So that is a good thing. So, I'm looking forward to that match. I think I'm looking forward to the mid-carders than the main eventers this year.
Yeah.
So, what else happened? I think that's what happened in Raw in Fastlane. Oh yeah, another thing about Fastlane is the crowd was not very up the beat. Like very, if you're like in Chicago or in New York or anywhere, the place was not erupted. It looked like they don't give a shit in Memphis.
Yeah, no, the crowd wasn't all that good.
No, I don't know why. Maybe I have no idea. Maybe because it's Memphis. I'm not really too sure, but I don't know. But it just seems so dead to me.
Yeah, and
Now I was wondering,
that was bad.
did you have problems to watch this on the WWE Network? Did you have any problems?
Not really.
I didn't. My friend Lucas did. His it was freezing up like what 3 or 4 times. So that sucks for you, Lucas. Hopefully you'll be able to watch it already by now, the whole length of the show. But what's your thoughts on this whole entire show, Fastlanes?
I thought it was a good show. It set a little nice tone for WrestleMania.
I liked it. A lot of people out there who love wrestling has mixed emotions, and I cannot believe it. Just 3 more weeks until Mania? Holy shit! I cannot wait to get out there.
Mhm.
What else? I think that's it, really. I think that's it. I think we discussed everything about Fast Things, right?
Yeah.
Do you think Fast Things will come back next year, or no?
It might, since they got rid of Chamber, so I think it'll be a new thing.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I think that's about it. Yeah, I really like the Dana Bryan. Um, I don't know what's Dana Bryan's gonna go from here. He might face Dolph or Sheamus, because if you saw Fastlanes, they have Sheamus returning. Now the rumor was Sheamus was gonna interfere that Dana Bryan and Roman Reigns match. Thank God they didn't, because then it'd be Dana Bryan versus Sheamus at the Mania, and I don't want to see that again for the third time.
Mhm.
So you have anything to say before we end this podcast? Anything else to say?
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening to this podcast. It's very much appreciated, and hopefully you guys enjoy Fastlane and Raw and every other wrestling related video or show down the road as well. Take care, guys, and have a great one.
Okay, check out my Facebook Live page. It's down below. Check out my Twitter. My Twitter name is TeamRight32. And last but not least, check out my YouTube channel. It's called Team Ira. My friend links will be down below also, so check him out. Follow him on Twitter. He's a cool dude. And that's about it. Once again, sorry about our Fastlanes review. It's late. It's better late than never. So I hopefully you still listen to the podcast edition. So good night, and we'll do another wrestling podcast edition. Catch you later, my viewers. You want to say goodbye to your viewers, my friend Justin?
All right, peace, guys. Have a great one.
Yep. And the tag team champions are here. Sayonara. Good night.